Another spell that David cast is called an illusion spell, and what that does is changes the reality of someone. So essentially, they would see him in a different perspective. So, for an example, they may not see what he's doing is wrong, which is why so many have agreed with what he was doing. And again, he uses the word love. And to the mind of some, they consider if someone says love, that is something positive, that they must be good, without evaluating who is saying it and their motivation in saying that. So oftentimes he'll put people in an illusion spell. Even when he invite certain individuals who are actually of the light to his facility, many times they're under an illusion spell. They cannot see that he works for the devil, that he is operating from that sunken place. They cannot see it because they're under an illusion spell. There is one man of God who realized what was happening and began to speak out about it. And the two went back and forth for a little bit of time before David gave up. Because essentially he wants to fight with people that he believe cannot fight back, people that he believe is quiet, will just go away quietly, won't ever say anything. People that is essentially afraid of the devil, afraid of his father. Those are people that he wants to fight. If you fight back and you show that you're not afraid of the devil, that you have victory over Satan, then essentially he goes away. He stops with his witchcraft and with his evil. And I just want to mention the death spell that I mentioned with the woman from Africa is not just that person that he paid to do these types of spells. He casts these spells himself. Also, the live-in prostitute that he has, she's also heavily involved in this black magic, and she casts spells also. So it's the two of them plus a group of other people who say that they believe in God. They're on Facebook. They're talking about God. They're saying different quotes that were stolen from me, in relation to God, or that I've said rather. So different things that I have recently said, they would just go on and repeat it on their Facebook page. Of course, I didn't write the Bible, so if they say something from the Bible, that's one thing. I'm talking specifically about things that I've said because, again, these individuals, listen to what I'm saying through my phone and through the phones of my children and anyone that I'm close with. And so they just repeat, different conversations and things that I've said. Even with therapy, having therapy with my family on a weekly basis, they repeat things from therapy. So just wanted to mention that the witchcraft and the evil that they do is right here in where they are in this country, in their state. It's not just, this person from Africa. They can be from anywhere. So I just want to be very clear about that. Over the years, he has paid many different people to do evil against me, many different people. Again, with the gang stalking and with other things that he have paid to have done, like for me to lose my finances. And also he has gone into my bank accounts and made transactions look like transactions that I would do, but yet he was taking the money from me slowly and in a small dollar amount. So it may be like $25, $30. And he did this over a period of time where he would go into my bank account and steal money from me. So many times he would have he would connect with someone who, for an example, was selling a book or selling a word. He would connect with them, or maybe they were selling a question to be answered. For an example, is this one person who is connected with David and his wizardry, and she sells questions for $5. When he connects with these individuals, he connects with their their PayPal account, so he's able to see transactions coming in and coming out, and by what method people are using. For an example, so if they sign in to a particular person's account and they pay with a credit card, whichever method they pay with, he's able to extract that information and steal money from their account by creating similar transactions that they have made in the past. And he would do that over a period of time in small transactions. So I do have information on that as well. Again, as I mentioned before, anything that I'm saying, I have information on it to support what it is that I'm saying. And back to the illusion spells that he cast, he also again changes reality by doing this, not knowing that these things will come back to him or come back to people within his life. Essentially, he doesn't care about them. So he doesn't care about his grandchildren. He doesn't care about his children. He doesn't care about his wives or the prostitutes that he frequent, that he make transactions with on a daily basis. He doesn't care about anything or anybody, and not even itself, because it is completely empty. It doesn't have anything on the inside of it whatsoever. So when we went to court, one of the spells that he used was the illusion spell on the judge, who granted the restraining order initially because I had enough evidence to receive the restraining order initially. But then, because of how David set up the last court date, the way that he showed up without signing the affidavit, everything was manipulated. He was able to put the judge under a spell and manipulate her, and so many things that he did during that time. Even in the courthouse, I was being gang stalked even in the courthouse. Even as I pulled up with my car, as I walked into the court, these entities were set up, stalking me, following me, even in the courthouse. So again, what he does is, when he set up these illusion spells, is for him to win at that moment. So for him, if he's losing, it's for him to turn and to win something in that moment. So FBI, if you're listening to this, all I need is one. I'm not doing this for an audience. I'm not doing this to grow a channel and to do this for work. I know some people do that, and big ups to you who do that, but I'm doing this because the Lord asked me to. As I've said previously, the Lord asked me to speak out about this because he wants this information to come out about this entity. So he's giving me downloads so that I can share it publicly, so that no one else is deceived, and so people understand what is happening and what is going on. So I'll leave it right there with the illusion spell. So I think I mentioned before, so if you agree with what he's doing, the evil that he's doing, or you don't believe that he is doing all these things, you may be under an illusion spell. So you need to get before the Lord. You need to pray, and you need to renounce and denounce what has taken place and what has been put on you by this entity. So depart from this entity. Depart completely from it.